Hey, okay, so thanks for joining me today. It's a nice new day today here in Ireland. We're really fortunate to have a bit of sunny weather. We had a we had an unsunny summer, for the most part. So now I'm delighted in September here to have a bit of sunny weather. So I just had some thoughts running through my head there about the way people like try and make impressions. They try and make themselves appear some way to people, make an impression. And like this isn't who you are at all. It's just an image you're portraying, and everyone is doing this. It's not real. So I'd just like to encourage everyone just to be themselves and to be like simply themselves, and not to care what other people think about you and your like impressions and stuff. Uh, it's not important. It's not who you are, and your body isn't who you are either. So don't care too much about your body or your appearance. Like love it, of course, love and care for it in that regard. But don't be obsessing or overly crazy or concerned with portraying it to be beautiful or to be slim or to be muscular. Not to be showing off or trying to be more glamorous than somebody else or being in competition. Not to be always the prettiest you can be or whatever. Who cares about that type of thing? You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter if you go around sometimes wearing dirty clothes or you're not presentable, because it's not who you are. It's not important. Like what's important is love and having good energy, caring for people, supporting them, being honest to people, open, not being a walkover. To be like a light worker, a loving person, a caring person, helping people and helping yourself and helping the world. Not from an egotistical point of view where you're trying to outdo others or you're trying to appear to be cool and amazing. So yeah, just so if your hair is unwashed from time to time, I'm not saying you have to go around in dirty hair or whatever, but you know what I mean. Just don't have so much of your attention on your looks and your appearances, your clothes. Hey, check it out! It's lovely sunshine today. Wowzers, beautiful. So and if ever you notice yourself you've been trying to make an impression, just look within. What thoughts are happening to you at the moment? What thoughts were happening to you? Were you having much fearful thoughts? Were you having much thoughts about trying to be somebody, to gain approval, needing approval, fear of losing opinion or approval? So that's okay. That's not who you are. Okay, so then you might hear some thoughts. Oh, self-critical thoughts. Well, those thoughts aren't who you are either. So don't take them too seriously. They're not who you are. They're just some thoughts because you've been conditioned on Earth, this spinning rock through space, hurtling through the vast galaxy universe. Tiny little speck. And here you are, a tiny speck on the Earth. Just a body, that is. But so don't take your thoughts too seriously. If you see a tree or a flower and it blows in the wind, do you start obsessing about that blowing in the wind for the rest of the day? Nope. And that's because you're not attached to that tree or flower. You don't take it too important or seriously in your life. It's not who you are. So yeah, the mind is also not who you are. So don't take your thoughts too seriously. Just notice it. You ain't your thoughts. So if you think you're self-critical, you're not self-critical. If you think you're unloving, you're not unloving. They're just thoughts about who you think you are. All that's happening is you're having unloving or uncaring or self-critical thoughts are happening in your head. So just like the tree is blowing in the wind, that's just like your thoughts blowing in the wind. Just feel free to laugh at them if you want, and don't take them too seriously. Be present, be in the moment. Come here, ask yourself, where is your body? Or where am I now? Where is my body? Here's Owen body, here. Woo. in a room. Where are you now? Ask yourself this. This is like a little mantra. Where am I? Where is my body? And then you notice your body and you notice this present moment. And you're back to here again instead of being lost in daydreaming about the past or the future. So don't forget, there's no problems in any of this. Am I aware of the silence? Where am I? This silence, and this silence is always there in the background of noise. We lose track of silence because noise takes too much of our attention. Sound, noise. But the silence is always there. Also, the peace that passeth all understanding, as Jesus says, that's always there as well. It's always in the background. It's who we are. But it's just mental noise. Distracts us from feeling this. It's so crazy. How come it was designed like this? It's so funny, you know. Most people want just to feel okay and not to be suffering anymore and not to be stressed, to have some peace in their lives. And they in this funny place like where we're living, Earth, we've been taught and tricked and conditioned into thinking, for the most part, because the world is awakening now more and more, so there's more people telling the truth, more spiritual teachers, etc. But we've been taught that we find like peace and happiness out there by trying to get things, or like a job or a good friend or whatever, you know, the materials and stuff in the future. But really, or by losing something as well, like losing an illness or something, or a bad habit. But really, actually, the peace is found only now. You know that? So that's the funny thing about it all. You are the peace you're looking for. Like, you are the peace, and just remember, the only thing getting in the way of this peace is excessive mental noise, visuals and images, and imagining the past and the future, and thinking about the past and the future. And usually the symptoms of all this thinking is stress and anxiety and emotional suffering, and the rush, the wishing you could be in the past again when everything was good as you thought, or wishing to be in a future point or the next moment, like in 5 minutes time. I'll be fine when I have a nice warm bath, or in half an hour I'll be fine when I finish this job I don't like, or when I'll be fine when I get home and I have some food because I'm hungry now, or I'll be fine in 5 years or 1 year when I'm not sick anymore. So humans are always rushing to the next moment, like rushing to go shopping. So a trick to get better or such from this like incessant, involuntary, useless, suffering thoughts, etc., is do you know what it is? It's to slow down a little bit, or a lot, and to move your attention into this moment. So you can ask yourself a few things. Where am I? Where's my body? And then that shifts your attention to this moment and where your body is. Next, you can use your senses, so you can look at something. Look at that, so nice. can't believe that was made. That's so amazing. It's alive, you know that? Look how still the plant is. It's alive. Look at the lilies and plants in the field. They do not toss or toil or spin. They don't have any problems, drama or commotion. They're at a different level of consciousness compared to the humans with excessive involuntary thinking. Look at just peace, no problem there, it's fine. So use your senses. Hear, listen to it in noise. But more important than listening to a noise, okay, is, not nice, blue ceiling. Now at this moment, are you thinking any thoughts? Or are you here listening, looking at the blue ceiling? Try even drop the idea or thought, blue ceiling, and look. Just be aware. Now, more important than listening to a sound or two, any sound, the nicest music is listening to the sounds in the now and being okay and at peace with the sounds in the now. More important is to be aware and put your attention on the silence. The stillness and peace that you are, the life that you are, only that stillness can be aware of the silence. When you're lost in mental activity and noise, mental noise, you're never aware of the silence. That's here now, in this moment, it's always here. Just like the stillness that you are is always here in the background or beneath the content of this moment, so too is the silence always there always there beneath the content of sound, the noise in the world, the noise of the earth, the world. So it's a shift of attention, and if you want you can move your hand really slowly. You can walk slowly. You can move to your bathroom slowly, or if you want to get a drink, you can move slowly. Where is my body? Yeah, so you're just like, then you you be aware of your hands and your body moving. Okay? It's a very powerful practice. You're getting out of time, the need to arrive at the next moment. So feel there is this moment always. This is where you live. This is what you are. This is where you are. Your awareness. There is this the content of this moment. The content could be a thing, like a plant, like I mentioned. So as well as hearing and seeing, you can also touch. And when you look and listen and touch, be aware, you don't need to think about what you're touching about or listening to. Just listen and hear or look and see without labeling or having a concept, a word. Oh, this is a white flower on a green plant, and it grew up. I planted it, etc. None of these thoughts. You just hear and look and be aware. So the content is the plant, but then there's also the awareness that's aware of the plant, and that's stillness, and that's you. So thoughts can happen as well in this present moment, and that's content of this moment. You might have an emotion in this moment, and that's content of this moment. There's an emotion, there's a plant, there's a thought, There's a body. This is all things in this moment. But then there's you, aware of the things. The stillness behind and underneath. Aware of anything that's happening or in this moment. So that's spirituality. That's what Eckhart Tolle and Ramana Maharshi and Osho and Adi Ashanti and plenty of other people are pointing us towards. It's this feeling of stillness beneath and behind even speaking. There's speaking, this is happening in this moment, content, and then there's the awareness of you or the personality or body or the person with the name who is speaking. But then there's you who's aware of this happening, who in the moment. The stillness behind the words. So can you feel the stillness in any moment in your life? It's good to practice this, okay? Practice it when you're not in a with people, I suppose. The practice at the beginning is easiest in nature, because nature is so not mind orientated and it doesn't stimulate your conditioning and your mind and emotions. So it's easy to practice when you're home on your own, or if you're on nature, going for a walk. Slow down a little bit, be aware of your body, where you are, and enjoy your walk little by little, one moment, one step at a time. No rush to get to the future. No rush to get to the end of the sentence like the way I'm talking to you now. There's a Zen or a Buddhist or something quote, every moment is the best moment. Because in every moment, the stillness is always there. That's why they say that. And that's why rushing to the future is a big thing that gets in the way of really feeling the depth of stillness of who you are in this moment. Because when you're rushing to the next moment, there's a pull and attention to the next moment. And because of that, you're shoving this moment as unimportant to the side. And you're stressing or striving to get to the next moment. So practice looking without labeling. Like that. You don't have to think about it, you can just see. Look. No thoughts. Practice listening and paying attention to the silence. Make this a part of your life in any moment, every moment. Little by little, it'll become more like every moment. You'll grow in feeling of this stillness. You'll grow in a peaceful feeling, and you'll grow in not rushing, and you'll grow in enjoying this moment. And you'll definitely, problems, conflict and drama will become less, because you're not judging and resisting anymore with your thoughts. Because as these thoughts lessen, so do your judgments and complainings and resistance. Resistance, you hear Eckhart Tolle talking about this a lot. It actually is a judgment that something is bad or wrong or that shouldn't be happening. Or it's a feeling that something is bad, wrong or shouldn't be happening. It's generally a thought. It's saying no to what is in this moment. So gradually you can let that go and just become the stillness. In the stillness in the stillness of who you are, in this stillness behind and beneath the content and experience of this moment, there are no thoughts. There's just an observation of what is, without attachment. So Owen here, Owen is just the guy who's like born. Like I said in another video, I believe this stillness that we are, you can call it soul, spirit, life source, being, etc. I believe we choose to come to this earth, and we choose our family and society. Well, obviously, if we choose our family, like I believe I chose to come into this like small little baby that was going to be born, who was going to be called Owen. And so I knew it was like a Catholic or Christian family, and parents and brothers and sisters, and I knew what their things happening in their life was going to be, their problems and challenges. So I also had a total knowing of my genetical strength, or my genetics. So I had a blueprint of what will happen in my life, and I knew the society where my parents were living, so I knew the country and everything else, the energy. So I had a good blueprint of what would happen to me in my life. So that's my soul choosing to have this experience as Owen, the male. So yeah. So feel the silence, the stillness that you are, in the background. Notice your thoughts. Don't take your thoughts too seriously, because you're just the awareness aware of them. So anyway, yeah, about Owen, if somebody like happens to, let's say, punch Owen in the arm, and I'm present and aware enough to be just still in the background, then my mind doesn't create any big stories about like how I've been victimized, or what this person has done to me and how wrong they are, etc. So there's some physical pain, but there isn't actually really any like emotional, psychological pain. But obviously I know I don't like that, and I prefer not to be punched in the arm. So then I can like obviously take action and speak and be powerful and assertive and like a loving light worker. So you don't have to take things so personally and create drama and stories about what's happening in your life and how you're the victim, etc. But don't forget, this isn't even you who's doing this. It's just conditioned thoughts. So the moment you can step behind these thoughts and say, there are thoughts. You're not identified and attached to these thoughts anymore. You don't think to who you are, and you're not sucked in to them. But the thoughts, the conditioned mind is like Eckhart Tolle says, actually very good. It's really, really funny what he says. The thoughts are like a dog that's just like got sniff of a scent, and like one thought happens, like let's say you have an unobserved thought about you're hungry, then suddenly like the dog is like, and then it's like there it is, off on a whole lot of like thoughts catching a trail. Like the dog will just like lose complete awareness of this moment and go sniffing off onto the horizon without even having any idea where it is or what's happening anymore. It's just totally engrossed in the scent and the trail. You know, so too is the mind like this. Suddenly there's like one thought, then there's like 10 thoughts, then 20 minutes later we're like, whoa. We wake up and like suddenly it's gone from thinking about being hungry and some food to suddenly like how our life went all wrong, and we've been like mistreated, and everything has gone wrong in life, and we're hope, which is no hope. So then there's we've just had a whole lot of unconscious, unobserved thoughts, and there's like been lots and lots of like strong or emotions in us, anxiety and fear and worry and resentment or blame and regret. So then you just wake up and like aware of the thoughts, and then you just repeat this whenever you happen to wake up. Whenever you realise you were lost in thoughts, then you've woken up and you're no longer lost in the thoughts, and now you're here again in the present moment. You can ask yourself to help you along the way the mantra, like, where's my body? Or where am I? Where am I now? Where's my body? And then you can look around, use your senses, like I said, look, listen, without labelling. Purely denies as it stands, without any interpretation of it. Krishnamurti said, I think, the greatest power is observation without evaluation. So you just listen, but you don't evaluate and think and conceptualize and analyze. Simple. Bird. Alright. That bird is exactly what I'm talking about. No problems, it's totally in the moment. No life story that it's hanging on to. And it's enjoying the moment essentially. Alright, thanks for joining me. I love you. We're all amazing. Everyone is beautiful and precious and still, but they've been conditioned otherwise and they don't know it anymore. The bird doesn't think any of this. So I hope you have a nice day. Thanks for spending all of this time. I know it's been a long video. My longest video ever in one go. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks if you're already part of the channel. Like, I love the channel that I made here, like Abundant Joy and Celebration. It's a lovely place of such a strong, powerful community of powerful energy of love, light, compassion, peace, joy, thanksgiving, gratitude, celebration, forgiveness, understanding, acceptance, spirituality, empowerment, serving, caring, serving, sharing, enjoyment, enthusiasm, love, peace, and brotherhood, community to our brothers and sisters of the world. So if you like this, you're really welcome to join and like be part of this energy and community. I'd love it if you were. Let's make it a bigger place. We can all like be strong in the world together. Because I know there's a lot of darkness at the moment, but we can be strong and powerful together, okay? And share and learn from each other and be together and encourage each other and support each other. So you're welcome to subscribe if you want, please. If you like that, you please feel welcome to leave any comments or share anything that you'd like to share on the wall of my channel or on Facebook. Any videos, whatever. And what else? Thank you so much for all the lovely comments. Oh my God, thank you for all my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Facebook friends. You leave me the most adorable, beautiful, loving, endearing, kind, friendly comments. I'm so happy to have you as a friend. Thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate all your loving comments. It brightens up my day so much. So thanks a lot for doing all that. And thanks for all the lovely comments on YouTube too. You're all beautiful friends also. We're all friends in this together. So let's all join this channel together. And we can share other people's like light workers channels. We're all light workers. Loving orientated. With good intentions and motives. So I'll talk to you again, and thanks for joining me again, and I hope you have a lovely day. See ya.